Many of you have been asking me for months for an update on my electric bike. How's it holding up? How's it doing? What have I had to do to it lately? Let me give you just a quick rundown of some of the things I've done to it. Show you some of the modifications I made. I'm doing a little more street riding here in Tucson with Donnie and friends. So I wanted to make sure that this thing can be seen at night. So I added a bunch of lights, and I'll go over some of the other stuff I've done. Okay, so here's my electric bike as it is today in October, mid-October 2019. It's just over 2 years old now. I built it, I think, around July or August of 2017. And this is what it has morphed into. I changed the seat out again. I put a nice, comfortable, fat person seat on there. I added a 220-pound bike rack on the back so that I can carry passengers or cargo, which I can put a seat on there. I have a seat that I can clip on. Right now, I currently have a little battery there that is powering this light. I just added this light today. It's an old light I have from a computer, more than 10 years ago. So I decided to go ahead and hook this up. Now, it's not very impressive in the daytime, but at night it is very bright and looks really cool. So I got lights on the wheels, both front and back. You can see that. These new brake lights are an addition I just put on. I got side markers, a tail light, and another side marker. I got this little disco light thingy, which is kind of interesting. Chews up batteries though, so I don't use it very often. Of course, I have the HOBOTECH stickers on the battery. So up on the dashboard, I have my typical screen. I have a new mount for my phone, something that is not going to come loose, because what I had before wouldn't hold my phone, and it actually fell on the pavement twice. Fortunately, it didn't break. It's my other phone, which had a really good otter case. So I wanted to make sure I got a really good mount for it, something that's not, no matter how many potholes I hit, it's not going to go flying. I originally had only one headlight. I realized when I went riding here in Tucson on bike night that I definitely needed a second headlight because it is really dark in some places, and I definitely want people to see me. And the last addition, yep, I have an electronic bell. Yeah, this way people get out of my way because there were a lot of people crossing in front of me going really fast, like twice the speed as everybody else. And there were people in front of me stopping, and there's pedestrians walking across the street. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get a little $12 electronic horn so at least I can blast people when they're in my way. So this is what it's morphed into. Now, the only problem I've been having is with the tires. I've put 2 full quarts of Stan's race sealant at $30 a quart in these tires over the last year. I emptied it out once, and I put fresh in probably, oh geez. So I'm guessing it was last year, late last year is actually when I switched the fluid out on the tires. And it worked great for about 3 months, and then it stopped sealing the spokes. Now, my main problem is the spokes are leaking. It's not the tire, it's not the rim, it's the spokes. Now these tires or these rims are claimed to be tubeless ready, but they have big holes where the spokes are on the inside. And even though I rim taped it, I used Stan's rim tape first. That didn't work right, so I used Monster tape. That is when it held the longest. But that same Monster tape's been in there for like a year. I think it probably came off and it's just not functioning anymore. So what I've been doing now is I've just been dumping more and more Stan's no tube in there. And the problem is that I probably have 16 ounces in each tire right now, and I still need to add more because this front tire went flat again in the past 2 days. Now this stuff should hold air for weeks, if not months, before losing air, and it's only losing air in 2 days. I'm going to go ahead and deflate both tires. I'm going to put another 8 ounces of race sealant in. This stuff's $30 a quart. I've probably put, I've used 2 full quarts. I'm ready to open my 3rd quart now. So $90 worth of tubeless sealant. And I know already all of you are going to be like, why do you have to go tubeless? Why don't you just put a tube in it like everybody else? I hate the ride of tube tires, especially these big 3-inch tires. You got to pump them up to like 50, 60 PSI, and that's ridiculous. What I want is a nice, comfortable ride, and I don't have to worry about getting flats while I'm riding. If I pick up a thorn or run over a piece of glass or something, it'll instantly seal. And I've actually run over several really big thorns, and it seals within seconds. I want that ability. And no, I'm not going to spend like hundreds of dollars on those special tires that have that honeycomb in it. I'm not going to do that. I know there's other solutions, but this is kind of like my last hurrah, is to use 1 more quart of the Stan's race sealant and see if that fixes the problem for good, because really I'm getting tired of pumping these things up every time I want to ride. So anyway, that's an update on my electric bike here. You guys have been asking and asking and asking, and here it is. Like I said, I did the seat, the bike rack. I've replaced the tires because I wanted wider, thicker tires, and that's been my problem since I replaced the tires. I can't get them to keep air. And then all these little accessories, camera thingies that I put on there, and all the lights. So how it's holding up is fine. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I did replace the chain. This is a brand new e-bike chain. It's for 10 speed, and that's what I have. This is a 10 speed. There was never any gear up front, just gears in the back. That's 10 back there. So I got an electric bike, I think it was E10. It's designed for mid-drive electric bikes, and so far it's taken everything I can throw at it without any problem. So I'm very happy with it. Now I do keep my old chain inside that little bag just in case this big chain here would for some reason break. I do have a backup in that bag. I do keep inflator in there, some duct tape, some VHB tape and stuff like that, because I have sensors on my handlebars for my brakes that sometimes don't work right. You can see I actually had to use a little piece of duct tape to hold the sensors on, but it's working. The problem is that VHB tape, it's a little tiny piece, and it's really not enough to hold the magnets and stuff on. So I just duct tape it. I know it doesn't look good, but hey, it actually does the job. And that's really good monster tape too. That's not the cheap duct tape. Another one of my very frequently asked questions about the bike is how I haul it around on the van, because that thing's pretty heavy, and I have this huge cargo basket that I have in the back. What I did is I installed this 1-foot extension off my hitch to the cargo basket, and that extra 1 foot is all the space I needed to put the bike in here. So I have these plastic claw-like things. As you can see, the top one of this one broke, but they do that pretty easily. So I just pick the bike up and put it onto these hooks, where I then strap it and chain it down so that it doesn't move and nobody can steal it. And as for the cover, because I keep it covered so that it keeps the elements off of it and keeps prying eyes off of it, is this Pro Bike Tool cover. This is my second one. The first one lasted about 2 years. It finally shredded and faded. It looked horrible. I decided to go ahead and spend the $35 and get another one. Now, just about everything I've ever done on my bike, I've put up on HOBOTECH.tv/Amazon. So the seat, the lights, a lot of the other stuff is on HOBOTECH.tv/Amazon. These hooks are up there. These are also the same hooks that I use for my chairs, so they work pretty well. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think plastic hooks were going to work, but they've held up for 2.5 years now, so it hasn't really been an issue. They're kind of expensive. I think they're around $40 for these, but it was the only thing I can find that would work. And then I just used these pipes. I got these pipes from Home Depot and cut them to length. So as you can see, I just clamp it down. So everything's clamped down to my cargo basket. And I already know the next thing that someone's going to say. I have too much weight on the back of this. This is a Class 4 hitch. It could take a 1,000-pound tongue weight. Everything in my cargo basket is under 400 pounds. The bike is probably another 60 to 80. That's well within specifications of the hitch. So the weight's never been a problem. And before 47 people asked me in the comments the specifications of the bike and how I built it, go look at my #1 viewed video. On my main page, just look in the playlist. You'll see my #1 video is about this bike. I did a full review on it. I have a 4-part video on how I built it. Everything you could ever want to know, I've already covered in those videos, so just go check those out. Now stay tuned, because I'm having a lot of adventures here in Tucson on my bike with Donnie. He's a really big bike guy. He's got a garage full of bicycles, both electric and non-electric. And I didn't realize all the trails and stuff that are here. There's literally a 53-mile trail that goes around Tucson. Right down the road from where he lives, there's a major trail that goes all the way through, like the whole north-south of the country. there's all kinds of trails here and all kinds of street activities and bike activities, and we're doing those things while we're still here because there's a lot of the events, nomad events, aren't starting until like November, December. So we're burning up October and early November, having some fun, going up into the mountains and stuff, and we're taking our bikes out and riding. So it gave me a good opportunity to get this thing out, cleaned up, get the tires fixed, get some new lights on it, and just basically do a full safety check on it so that it is roadworthy. So stay tuned. I will be posting some e-bike videos of us riding around town. I already have some recorded. I just need to edit them. I figured I'd whip this one out today, give you guys an update on the bike since so many people asked me about it. So now you know. Now you know how it's held up over the past 2 years of ownership. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber already, you know what to do. That's it for now, guys. Till next time.
Odin commands you to like and subscribe, and clean my litter box.
Hey Odin. So what do you think about my electric bike? Really? So when are you going to get out of bed? You've been moping around for weeks. Hey, thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe, share, and like. And we'll see you guys next time. Say hi, Odin.
RV Golf Guy has